But okay, moving on to other related transfer news. We have Brighton are set to complete Diego Gomez move today as Inter Milan has accepted their bid of 10M. Then we also have Emerson, who's expected to join AC Milan from Spurs, as reported earlier this week. I think Emerson brings something to the table as a Brazilian. Maybe things might not have worked out very, very well at Spurs, but he has played his part. And if an offer comes in, I think he should leave. He should go. Yes, Gita.
I didn't get your question.
No, I was saying Emerson is set to leave Spurs and join AC Milan. You think it's good for him? Because I don't think he has a starting seat.
No. It would be a good environment for him. I thought his loan move to West Ham or rather Aston Villa. West Ham was better than even his play in Chelsea. I think rather in
Spurs.
Tottenham Spurs. Sorry, I was confusing him with Emerson of Chelsea. I think with the I forget his name, Postecoglou. I think that would be a better move for him. You know, if the players these days have little room for development, it's quite sad. You have 1 or 2 seasons to prove yourself, and if you can't make it, it's a cutthroat business. He will be a very
guys.
Sorry, I was
reading Tim. Tim has a question for us, but we are going to come each one of us. We are in 5 seconds. We are going to give him a response. You know, yes, David. Do you think it's the right move for Emerson to leave and go join?
I don't know whether it's the right move, but I don't think he has many options. To be honest, I don't think he has many options, and lately, it's a little sad for me, who's
a Brazilian
I've
fan.
always been a fan of that. Those Italian teams, right? But it seems like they are getting second-rate Premier League players, although they know how to convert some of that talent. But it's just sad. I can think of so many the Lukakus of this world, and we can say maybe their strength is they know how to convert the talent. But it's sad. On the other hand, it shows how much the Premier League has grown over or against the rest of the leagues in Europe. To think that Emerson is now going to AC Milan and he has no place at Tottenham. It's just weird. But
you guys are hitting on the head.
Yeah, but you notice, David, you notice that AC Milan used to get players averagely around 28, 29. But of course, they would get star players, you know. So for them, a team that cannot make top 5 in Premier League is sending a player to AC Milan. When you used to see people like Seedorf, you know, it's sad, like you say.
Yes, Josh, you want to say something?
Yeah, I noticed his days were numbered when they started to put him in roles like go and play wing forward. You know, tomorrow play as a false 9.
Yeah,
I knew that Emerson Royal was done. Van der Ven came to the club and he just wrote him off. I didn't understand. It was a time, actually, he scored a few goals. Postecoglou put Emerson Royal as a wing forward.
Yeah.
You know, he even got a few goals, but I knew his days were numbered. So,
okay, Josh, let's have a go at this. Tim says, question to each of you. Has Neymar's hair been a more successful signing for United than Pep was for Arsenal? Come on, man.
I think that situation is very similar. I think it's an interesting observation because Pepe came off the back of a very good
season in France.
I mean, why say Neymar's hair? Really, was that necessary? Neymar's hair. See the question.
To be honest, I think Anthony, like Pepe, Anthony is a very good player. If we're strictly looking at his quality, he's a very, very good player. But first of all, he's a Brazilian. He's a Brazilian. He's going into the dull environment of Manchester. It's always rainy. The fans are too serious. They take themselves too seriously, right? He's excited in his head. He has so much color in his ideas. And he's coming to a club that is so eager for results. And it just seems disconnected. So I can see how that affected his performance. But in another world, Anthony would have really given you value for money.
Yeah,
I think it's still
yeah, I totally agree with Devi. But my thing is, you know, we are. It's like you know how third world countries always compare themselves. We have a better country than yours to other third world countries, rather than aspiring to reach first world countries. That's the kind of question that team gives us. I mean, you're having two blind people thinking, well, at least for me, I can follow the sound of, at least for me, I have a stick, and it's kind of sad. But like David says, when you think of Anthony, his potential and what he delivered, or what was expected of him to deliver, it's perhaps what cost him. I still think there is still room for him to, if he stays into the Manchester United club, he'll be forced, perhaps a change in positional play, he could perhaps deliver. As to compare him with Pepe, I would not
that was
want to answer
outrageous. Let me real quick. I think Paul is talking about Emerson's move to AC Milan. I don't know whether this is a compliment or it's other, but he says it's not sad because AC Milan has a thing of picking up players that other clubs have dropped. Any AC Milan
it was
fan will-
clarified. It was clarified that we do know they do that, but this time they're getting second tier players from the Premier League who are unwanted at places like Hotspurs.
Anyway, that's what
before-
David was trying to say earlier on.
Before we
You know,
never
to
thought,
imagine
we never
that.
thought, if AC Milan picks up a David Beckham or a Ronaldinho, an aging Ronaldinho, they're still top level players, right? It's only a question of their
I mean,
But
if you pick up a Messi, you can't complain.
Yes, like a 33-year-old Messi wouldn't be a problem.
You see, how old was Ronaldo? But I think he was the top scorer that season. You remember?
Zlatan, 36
he was even a bit
Zlatan.
overweight. He was even a bit overweight, but he was still Ronaldo. Emerson is starting to feel like they're stupid.
Okay. As we move on, Paul comes back again to say I think the price tag is played a key role in Anthony's downfall, just like it did for Pep. He's talking about Nicolas Pep. For those of you that don't know, then we have Timothy.
Isaac, I need to chime in on that issue of the price tag. I think Josh talked about it. You know that I don't like how we.
You didn't let me finish.
Sorry, I don't like how we judge. You talked about it. I don't like how we judge players based on the price tag. And like Josh rightly said, it's not them that determines. The market forces and the club and the situation may be what determines. Manchester United last season or the season before that, where they had the likes of Ed Woodward, who would pay anything for any player as long as they got him in to shut the fans from making noise. I mean, so many clubs have paid a high price for a player merely to have the fans settle or to fill a gap. And at the time, clubs were making a lot of money, the TV rights had come in. So it's very sad that we judge players based on a price tag, because it's not the players that force it, it's clubs that are deciding it. It's for me where I begin judging you on a price. It's when your wage bill is high. That's when I feel like you should, because those are personal terms that you agree to, then you should live up to the bill.
Zach,
Josh, yes,
Zach,
Josh,
what you
please.
don't understand, what I was trying to tell you was the environment that he found himself in. The environment he found himself in one way or another, started to affect his settlement at the club, his adaptation to to the Premier League, to English football, to Manchester, and all these things. And him being signed at Manchester United, which is the club that makes the most news for English media, they actually did give him a very hard time. A very hard time. Even when he scored on his debut against Arsenal, they doubted him from day one.
Josh,
No, he cannot play. He has
Guys,
blonde hair. He has what?
Josh and Guitar, Josh and Guitar,
they did
Josh
that
and
for
Guitar,
Højlund,
please.
Yeah, that is
for
that. That is
Maguire.
that.
That's for me is not an excuse.
Guys, Josh and Guitar. No, where I agree, but no, I think Maguire has been getting the same stick from pundits.
Maguire never got
reporters,
Maguire
players.
never got that stick. Maguire
No,
never
they even
got that
attacked his
stick.
family.
Come on.
They even
Yes,
Maguire
they
but
even
it was
attacked his
never
family.
about. Listen,
He put
it
his
was
head
about
down
his.
to improve.
It was about his shitty football. It was never about his price tag. Never.
Okay,
For Maguire,
okay, Josh
never.
and Guitar. This is a topic that we are going to come. We will come back specifically to talk about the flops and those that have done well last season. Anyway, yeah, I see Ericsson just said right now to rumors of him having clubs like Anderlecht and Ajax interested in signing him. He says he still has a 1-year contract at United and is looking forward to finishing his contract, because when you leave United, the money also the wage bill also reduces, because to join those clubs, I don't think they can really pay the amount of money that Ericsson is playing.